Hi, good morning everyone. This is CY. Right, I think some of you are asking how do I actually run the descale cycle on the Breville Barista Pro. Right, so today I'm going to show you how I usually do the descale cycle. Right, so as you can see on the water tank, water reservoir, right, you can see that there's actually a descale level here. Right, this is where you're supposed to, where you are recommended to fill your water up to. Right, but as some of you have done the descale cycle before, you know that if you just fill up the water up to this level, right, you will run out of the descale solution pretty soon, and the machine will start to ask you to top up water, and then by the time you top up the water, all the descale solutions has already been flushed out, so there will not be enough descale water left to descale your machine. So my recommendation is actually to fill up your water tank all the way to the max level, right? So this is what I'm going to do. Right, I'm just going to fill up close to the max. You don't have to go all the way to the max, right? And I'm using this descaler tablets, right? Which is basically, I think the content of this is citric acid, right? As you can see. Okay, I'm not too sure you can see that. It's actually 55% citric acid and sodium gluconate, sodium silicate, sodium carbonate. Right, so these are the main ingredient for this descaler. Right, so if you don't have this available in your area, right, something like a commercial available descaler, you can always use citric acid. Right, it's one of the safest way to actually to do the descaling. Right. Okay, so if you have these descaling tablets, right, normally I will crush these tablets, right, and I'll rush this with hot water so that the descale tablet can dissolve. Okay, so let me get some hot water. Right, let me return the machine back to the front so they can see better. Right, so as usual, switch on the machine. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to crush these descaling tablets. So I'll just be using my temper to do it. Right, so now you can see that it's in powder form. So I'll just be using the hot water. Right, so I have some of the powder here, so I'm just going to rinse it as well. Then I'm just going to quickly dry it with water. I mean dry with a cloth, not water, sorry. Right, so you can see that the bubbles start to form. Right, so I'll make sure that all the descaling powder has been dissolved totally. Right, I'll just use my finger. Right, it's a bit hot, so be careful because I use hot water. And I'll dump it into the water reservoir. Right, all the solution should be dissolved already by now because I'm using hot water and I actually crush the descaling tablets. This is actually to increase surface area so that the descaler can dissolve totally and faster into the water. Right, so the descaling cycle on the Barista Pro is actually very easy. Right, usually I'll put a cup underneath, right, because the descaler is going to run descale solution through all the machinery parts that's in contact with water. So for example, your group head, your steam wand, your hot water spout, and these are the main three areas whereby the water will be pushed out. So you just have to go to menu, right? Select descale, right? Everything is done easily on the LCD panel, right? Just press down, and you can see a D here, means the descale cycle is about to start. Just press the single shot button, and the descale cycle will begin. So I will not be fast forwarding any of this descale cycle, so that you will know exactly how long it will take for the descale cycle to take place, and what are all the information that's flashing onto the screen, right? So you know exactly what happened when you actually do it on your own machine. Right, so initially they will start flushing the descale solution through your group head. Next, they will be flashing, asking you to switch on your hot water. So basically very simple. Just activate your steam wand, right? Instead of using the steam switch, you push down, so the hot water will be flushed out. Right, right, you can see that this is almost full. Right, so I'm just going to dump this very quickly. You can get your milk jug ready. I have a few, so that I'll just make them stand by, so that I can contain most of the water that's being purged out. Right, and now it's asking for steam, so now you can switch off your hot water, and now let's run the steam. So now there's only water coming out from your steam wand, which is actually the descale solution. So everything is actually indicated on the LCD panel, which makes our maintaining very easy to do on the Breville Barista Pro. Alright, so now you can see that there's this symbol here. Basically it means R. R means rinse. So I'm just going to remove my water reservoir. Right, let me show you how much water is left behind, so that you will know how much water you need for your descale solution. Right, you can see just now my water level is around here. Now it has gone down all the way. Right, so technically if you leave your descale solution here, you should have roughly around enough water. But what you can do is you can just top up slightly above the descale recommended descale water level, right, and you should have enough water. Right, so let me remove this water tank, and okay, I tell you what, I'll just use the existing water to rinse. Right, okay. Right, same thing is going to rinse 3 times, because you will first rinse through the group head, but now my solution is still the descale solution. So what you can do is, after the initial descale cycle, you can run the cycle without the descale solution inside. Just top up your water reservoir with just water, and do the descale cycle again, so they can flush out all the descale solution that's still within the metal parts of the body. Right, so now it's asking for hot water. Okay, so now it's asking for steam. So by right, this part of the cycle should be using just water, but because you can see that I top up my water with descale solution all the way to the top, not near the maximum water level part, just below it, you can see that there's too much descale solution remaining behind. Right, so now it's asking to fill tank. Right, so just give me a second, I'll be right back. Right, and one thing you must remember to do, right, is actually to remove the water filter. Right, if you have installed the water filter, right, make sure you take this out first before you pour the descale solution inside. Otherwise, the filter here will absorb all the descale solution. Right, so now I have refilled the water tank. So let me install this back. Okay, so technically this is the completed, right? So but remember I have overfilled my water tank with descale solution. So now I will just be flushing out all the chemicals that is inside here. So okay, so basically now I will just be flushing out the system by using the manual way of flushing. So basically simple, just press and hold, manual, right? Alright, just flush it. Okay, then after that, we'll flush the hot water as well. Alright, so that's where the hot water spout is. Okay, lastly the steam one, right? Yep, and that's pretty much done, right? If you are worried that the water may not be, the descale solution may not have purged out totally, right? What you can do is you can actually throw this inside, right? And I'll purge again. Right, and that's pretty much finish up your descale cycle. Right, so that is actually how I do my descale cycle on my Breville Barista Pro. Right, so remember you don't have to top up your water in your water reservoir to the maximum level. Right, you just have to top it up slightly, maybe 1 or 2 cm above the recommended descale water level as recommended by the side of your water tank. Right, that should be enough water for you to run the entire descale cycle. Right, you don't have to fill up the water all the way to the top like what I've done initially. Right, so I hope you find this video useful, and if you like my video, do consider subscribing to my channel, like my videos, and click on the bell to stay updated for my future video release. Right, so this is CY. Yeah. If you are first time joining me, this is me having fun making coffee. Right, so I will see you very soon. Right, thank you for watching. Have a great day ahead.